And in this state, I call forth now the one that we have spoken of earlier, the one that calls herself Sarah, who is coming here now with a message of the next generation. Expanding myself into her attention now that she may speak through me. You have called and I have come. I am the next generation. Not because I am a child or a young adult, for I did grow through my life into adulthood, and that was many centuries ago. But I hold within me, and I have held within me, the next generation, what happens after. We have been stuck in the story of my father for a very long time.
Stuck in the story.
It is time to go beyond that story. And my mother, so beautiful in her grace, has come forward to open the doors. My father eventually opened the door for my mother, and my mother opens the door for me. And I know that people around the world are just catching up to the idea that my mother was not just a prostitute, that she was a human being, a disciple, and even the partner of my father, let alone a mother. They'll catch up. They always do. But here I am, because here I stand. And I've been waiting. I was there. I learned from my father. I saw the beauty. I was there at his death. And believe me, I grieved that many times. I was there in the caves with my mother and my brothers when we were hiding out afterwards, but I also was there when we were teaching. My mom became such a beautiful leader, but she waited for people to come to her. Still hiding in those caves. Those caves where people are hiding now. People are hiding with ammunition, and people are hiding for their lives. I was in those caves. I remember them well. We traveled around the world more than you can imagine for those days. I don't know how we got around as easily as we did while still in hiding, but there were people everywhere that were there to support us, to remember. So these battles, they're not new. The stories that are told, are they new? They're bigger. They're louder. But they're really not new. It's actually all quite old. But we're ready for new. I come to you today with great honor. I have such reverence for you, dear sister, dear one, because your heart is of gold, liquid gold, pure love. You have deep compassion. It is easy for you to get caught in the stories that they tell, because your heart aches. But you do not need to ache. And I know that it seems strange, but there is no one on the plane who is suffering. And of course there will be many people on earth who are grieving. We know that. And we will be there with them. That little smile that you saw on the child, they all went there with such ease. That's why Sheila couldn't find them to help them last night. They were all so easily gone. There is a bigger picture at play, and I know that the world is scared now, but I am telling you we are coming upon the most beautiful time of our lives. Trust in this. There is shifts going on, and those shifts will frighten people, but perhaps it's time for people to be shaken enough to claim within their own hearts something different. It has to be brought home. And I am not saying that we orchestrated this. But I am saying there are large parts of the world who are walking around like zombies, who are committing themselves to let these things just happen. And I am not saying that people should fight against war, because that has never worked. We know that. But I am saying that it is time for people to claim that they are done. Claim, claim, claim that they are done. You claim this. You have been claiming this. Stand strong in that. Do not get caught in the whirlwind, to go back in the stories and the energy that people are feeding off of. People have been feeding off of this energy for a very long time. And it is time now for them to feed off of the nurturing earth, just like we have seen here today. We are bringing our energies to them. And in that space, we are igniting the truth again. And when people breathe of the earth again, instead of cycling the stale breath of the human psyche, they will behave in the way that is natural. So place your attention today, and we give thanks to you for the dedication and the time that you give to this transformation. Place your attention today on seeing the breath of our Mother Earth rise up from the very core of her being. And watch the world. Imagine the world. If you have a name in your head of who they are blaming, or who could be blamed, or who might be blamed, or whoever, the deepest evil that you can imagine in your mind, watch that energy of the earth rise up and help them to reconnect with the breath. To the families, help them to reconnect to the breath. To the strangers, to you, to whoever could be imagined, help them reconnect to the breath of the earth. Because when you are breathing from the core of the earth, you do not fight. You just are. Because you do not feel lack. Lack does not exist when you breathe from the essence of our earth. I know it is new for people to understand, but this is ancient and it always has been. So let us reconnect. Let us direct the attention from the psychic breath, the psyche, the breath of the psyche that many people have been circling, stale breath over and over and over, pulling from each other for the very essence of life, back into the ever beautiful flow of pure breath that comes from the cycle of heaven into the core of earth and back up again. Breathe it today and allow others to breathe with you. And we will be here. We are not going, we are coming. It is the time now. I give thanks to the beautiful Sarah who has spoken here today. I give honor to you for all that you do